Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars universe seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about the new Star Wars TV shows and movies that are currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, and how Jon, George, and Dave are also getting into a pretty big majority of all these Star Wars projects. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the Disney Star Wars universe is that there are a lot of announcements on the way for not just at D23, but also on Disney Plus Day. So Disney Plus Day, in case you guys did not know, it is going to hold a lot of TV show announcements this year, a lot more than what we got at Star Wars Celebration, which was a bit of a letdown, to be honest, but that's basically their strategy. They are stretching these announcements out now. Originally, they wanted to just drop everything at, of course, Celebration, but they're spreading it apart into 3 different events for this year: Celebration, D23, and Disney Plus Day, before they make more announcements as well at next year's Celebration, so just be aware about all of that. Now, on top of all of this, what's even all the more intriguing has a lot to do with what Jon Favreau is currently setting up for the new Star Wars universe at heart, and exactly what he is currently planning to really save Star Wars and to really bring things around, turn things around, put Star Wars on a brand new path to success in order to really engage the fans properly. Now, the thing about all of this is that everything related to Star Wars Legends getting revived has a lot to do with this, and exactly what Favreau and Filoni are currently planning for this new Star Wars universe to a different level that we have never seen before. So, on top of that, alright, with creators like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni gaining more creative power over at Lucasfilm recently, given that they did get promotions, they have been focused on telling better and more engaging stories for the fandom to tune into. It's described, however, that one big plan that Favreau currently has for the future of Star Wars, making some major aspects of Star Wars Legends canon in the Star Wars universe. It's described that Favreau already has extensive plans to make characters like Mara Jade and Ben Skywalker canon in the new universe that he is creating. As of now, Jon is finally moving forward with making a canon that Luke will eventually have a son, that however will not be named Ben like in Legends, but something else. But regardless, will have a son at some point in time in the canon, both in books and in live-action form. The story of Mara Jade, which will be introduced in The Mandalorian 4, is described to set all of this up for the Star Wars fans. Another thing that Favreau is currently making canon also is retconning Luke Skywalker's Jedi students in the Mandoverse. Currently in the Rise of Kylo Ren comics, Luke's students are introduced. However, Jon Favreau is going to be giving a lot of change to that by introducing other students such as Kyle Katarn, one of Luke Skywalker's best Jedi students that was used in Legends that will now be introduced into the Star Wars canon. So let me just, stop right here for 1 second before we move on to the real exciting stuff, is that given that Favreau is a big Legends fan, I don't know if you guys knew this, Favreau has openly stated this before in the past, that when he was really getting into film in the 1990s, he was really reading up on all the comics, all the books, especially Dark Empire, by the way. He's a big Dark Empire fan. Go ahead and check out the radio drama of that and or the comic. I'm sure that you guys will be satisfied. And they are going to be drawing from that in future Star Wars material, so just keep your eyes open. Favreau really knows his stuff. He knows a lot about Legends. He read everything of everything, pretty much as Filoni did. And I think that's why, when you look at The Mandalorian, there are so many Easter eggs, so many very small Easter eggs that not everybody really even noticed, if you look very hard, that really dates back to all the books and all the comics, if you guys have read them all, from the 1990s up until 2013. I mean, Legends really is like a library's worth of material. There's no joke about that. Now, moving forward from this, alright, so as of now, Favreau is described to be making stories from many beloved books, canon, that will serve as main stories of Luke's story in Mando 4, and for the Ahsoka Tano TV series, as well as his own dedicated anthology show that is currently in the works. Books like New Jedi Order, The Thrawn Trilogy, Dark Empire, Shadows of the Empire will all be used to tell new tales of Luke in the Star Wars franchise. Dave Filoni is also helping out with these plans by Jon Favreau to make these, of course, into a reality for the community. The addition of Luke's son will first be introduced in the upcoming books that will be made canon in 2023, before they plan to bring him into live-action form in 2025. So we do still have quite a ways until they're going to introduce the extension of the true Skywalker lineage until 2025. I mean, it's still quite a ways off. Now, as crazy as it seems, Favreau really wants to make all of this happen and is moving forward with all of it, and to really succeed with Star Wars, to really create his own legacy. Again, I always compare Favreau as the next George Lucas to a degree. Even, the Disney CEO at the time called Favreau the next George Lucas. And yeah, if you just look at Favreau, I mean, just look at his passion, look at his work, look at his creativity. He really is like the next George Lucas. And it's not just that he's only picking up, patterns from Lucas, but he's also very unique, very original, and actually gets Star Wars like that. He knows exactly what he's doing, and that's why the fans respect him so very much. The one thing about the Book of Boba Fett, a lot of people keep casting blame on Favreau, but let's not forget, Robert Rodriguez had a lot of creative pull on that show because he was an executive producer as well. So that also, put a lot of problems into the equation, and we talked about that already. So, apart from that, Favreau's plan is to focus on Mando 3 and 4 first, before moving on to his other Star Wars TV shows, such as the Luke anthology series dubbed simply as Star Wars Jedi Knight. Favreau recently said in an interview about his work on The Mandalorian 3, stating the following: "I think it's important that we draw from Legends as accurately as we can for all these characters, and especially Luke. There is so much to tell with him, and if you're going to tell stories about Luke, you have to go back to Legends. You just have to. It's what the fans grew up with, it's what I grew up with, and it just seems right and the correct path to chase." So additionally, Favreau is also working on how he wants to introduce Mara Jade in the 4th season of Mando properly, as he is currently creating many storyboards for that season as we speak, before he begins the script. So, here's the thing about Mando 4, is that Mando 4 is not going to be the end as originally intended. The original plan by Favreau was that he wanted Mando 4 to be the end of the Mando series. That is no more. They are moving forward with making more seasons of The Mandalorian as long as fans want more seasons. That's their overall game plan right now, is that they're going to keep making them as long as the demand is out there. If the demand pretty much vanishes, then they'll move on to something else that serves as the new foundation of everything Star Wars, alright? So, that really is a very good strategy. It is, because Mandalorian as of right now is treated as the base, the foundation of everything, and everything else that comes out of that, post Return of the Jedi era content, serves as a branch of the Mandalorian. So overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.